Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Danganronpa V3 Part 50, the big 5-0. We're closing in on the end of the game. I am kind of interested to see how many parts this can end up being. It might actually be our shortest Danganronpa LP part-wise, because I think Part 1, or Game 1 was like 56, and Danganronpa 2 is like 54, I want to say. So if we could end this at like 52, that'd be kind of a nice semi-pattern going from 56 to 54 to 52. I would assume we have at least 3 hours left, maybe more. I would say 3 to 4 hours is kind of my rough guesstimate about how much longer we have with the game. Potentially a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. We'll see. Also, we're back from our commercial break.
No, it isn't! See? We're a good comedy group, too! So please don't...
Okay, at least they got both taken out together. Alright.
'Cause Junko Enoshima is...
Oh no, is she gonna say it's me? Please don't say it's me, man.
Junko Enoshima is...
Oh, don't do it, man. I mean, I know she was like the fashion lady, but like, don't do it.
right the fuck here!
God damn it. Please tell me it's not. It's just like she's pretending to be her. She's like cosplaying.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Even if nobody was waiting. Even if it makes you go, what? Again? The Diva of Despair takes the stage once more. Junko Enoshima, the 53rd.
Hey, the new ultimate despair.
There you have it! Once again, the mastermind is Junko Enoshima!
And I guess now that we're past it, I can go ahead and mention Tsumugi being the mastermind was the spoiler I got like 30 episodes ago. That I've been kind of somewhat dancing around the idea that she was actually the one who killed Rantaro and was the imposter among us, was the spoiler comment that I got randomly, like back on like part 20 or whatever. So I've kind of like always known that, which is why I've just like kind of danced around Tsumugi's character the entire Let's Play since, because I didn't want to completely let on that I knew that she was a bad lady.
Junko Enoshima, the 53rd?
Tsumugi, what's the matter? Aren't you Tsumugi Shirogane? Our friend who survived with us?
Sorry about that. You can go ahead and forget about Tsumugi Shirogane.
Because I'm just a character. You know, a lie.
Sorry to all her fans out there. If any of you even exist, that is.
Yeah, take that, Tsumugi stans. If you... I mean, you know they exist.
A
I
lie?
mean, by virtue of being a female character, she's probably like one of the top, like, 4 most finished report card characters.
Tsumugi Shirogane was nothing more than a cover for me, the mastermind. Ooh, calling her your friend? Ugh, it's laughable, really. Really, I'm gonna laugh.
Are you serious? You're the mastermind behind this?
But why? That face and that voice. It's just like...
Junko Enoshima!
I know, right? Oh, does it make you fall into despair? Well, does it?
I mean, it's like you've had 3 games to write a good villain and you still can't... I mean, it's like you can write good villains, Nagito, Kokichi, top tier villains, and then you have Junko. She exists.
No.
I mean, I'm hoping
not
the idea is
possible.
that it's just...
Junko Enoshima is dead.
that Tsumugi's the real one and she's pretending to be Junko for the lulz. I really hope that's what they're going for.
But why did you call yourself the 53rd?
As history repeats itself, so does Junko Enoshima.
Yeah?
As you can see, I am a perfect reproduction of Junko Enoshima.
So, you're just a freak pretending to be Junko Enoshima, huh?
No, a perfect reproduction.
Perfect reproductions are exactly the same as the original.
Her logic is impossible to follow. Much like the real Junko Enoshima's.
Whatever it is, you're the actual mastermind of this killing game, right? So if we kill you, then that'll be the end, correct?
Get him, Maki. Please end this.
Oh, say mean things like that. Besides, killing me never ends the game.
It never ends the game? What do you mean?
She's bluffing.
I'm
Let's
guessing the
just kill her and get it
53rd
over
is supposed to mean that this is like the 50-something extra killing game then?
Wait, if force is necessary, it should wait until after we see what she...
No need, Kibo, because this class trial is over.
What? It's already over? Oh, but I just showed up.
You killed Kaede, and Monokuma covered it up with a false narrative. The class trials are rigged, and this whole game is illegitimate.
Oh, that. Right. Yeah, I definitely messed that up. Sorry about that. So?
So? Is that all you have to say?
The viewers won't accept that kind of apology. You gotta stop the killing game!
Huh? The viewers?
It seems like you're on the wrong track, so let me explain.
Okay, so first, I'll start with the event that inspired me to plan this killing game. That was about the time the meteorite impact started intensifying.
Did she just start some big story on her own?
I knew of Hope's Peak Academy's Gopher Project, and my inner Junko told me.
Crushing the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope, would be the perfect despair.
That's when I took over the killing game I devised. I forced those selected as humanity's last hope to play my killing game.
And then I took the name Tsumugi Shirogane and sneaked in among them.
Did Kokichi know about this? Wasn't he a remnant of despair?
No.
He was your comrade, right?
Huh? Comrade? Junko Enoshima doesn't have comrades.
It's like, you don't need a remote after you've thrown out the TV, right?
What if you get a new TV?
The remnants of despair are just a bunch of despair fanboys and fangirls. But I am despair itself. I am a god of despair. Kokichi was just one of my believers.
A god wouldn't be comrades with one of their believers, right?
Then Kokichi didn't know your true identity either.
What a hopeless existence he led. To the end, he had no idea the object of his worship was right under his nose.
I'm still not entirely sure where even the whole idea that Kokichi was a remnant of despair came from. They've been saying that, but like they never actually provided any evidence of it.
I don't care about your story.
Because like,
Tell us about the people watching.
I think the original reason they thought that was because they thought Kokichi was the mastermind, but once that was revealed to be a lie, why would you still think he's a remnant of despair?
Who's this killing game being shown to? Where are the survivors of humanity?
I guess maybe that's why we have that truth bullet regarding his motive video that kind of proves he's not a remnant of despair, right? We know what he was a part of a different society that was more harmless.
There's nobody watching.
Huh?
We were the last 16 people alive, you know. Who could be watching? Humanity is gone.
No, you're lying. If this isn't being shown to anyone, why care so much about rules?
Well, I mean, we did just prove they don't actually care about rules, but
You're the one who keeps talking about making the game interesting. For whom?
That was just a part of my perfect reproduction.
You're what?
I just perfectly reproduced my own killing game is all. Just like the old Junko. The original was meant to be shown, so that's how I made mine.
You just wanted to recreate the past killing game. That's it?
yeah, I don't buy that.
Yep, that's it. There are no survivors of humanity. Things are just as you recalled. That is the truth of the Ultimate Academy killing game!
Because we already know that the, backstory for the killing game can be changed at will, so
No, that's wrong!
yeah, say it with some enthusiasm, Shuichi.
Oh dear! I am so surprised!
Maybe we all remember that there's no one left out there. But how do we know our memories are real?
What do you mean by that? You think your memories are wrong?
There's something that's been bothering me about our memories. Here, look at this book.
The complete Grade
Shuichi, this thing's like 600 pages.
Peak Academy?
You want me to read this whole fucking thing? Alright, let's take 5.
This book contains years of research about Hope's Peak Academy. Nothing would indicate this book is a prop. I believe the information here is accurate. But there's a lot written in here that differs from our memories.
What is different?
Also, why would you believe it's not a prop? I mean, you have no reason to believe it's not, but...
To know that for certain, I'll need everyone's help. I want you all to tell me everything that you remember about Hope's Peak Academy.
We just need to talk about what we remember from Hope's Peak? Okay.
So it started with the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Also, for clarification, I was totally not a loser. I did not get bullied. I did not have my lunch money stolen, okay? Those are lies sent out by my enemies to character assassinate me.
That event originated at Hope's Peak Academy, inspiring wars and terrorism around the world.
Just because it did, okay? Don't ask questions, alright? It makes sense, I promise.
It would not be hyperbole to say that event brought despair to all mankind.
I mean, yes, okay, in real life, like, shit 10 times worse happens on, like, you know, at the very least a yearly, if not, like, monthly basis in parts of the world, and nobody gives a shit, but you know, people really cared about these kids for some reason.
And it was all caused by a single high school girl.
Yeah, it was me! Junko Enoshima enrolled in Hope's Peak Academy as the ultimate fashionista. But my real identity was the ultimate despair. In order to cover the world in despair, I put my plans...
Anytime Junko starts talking, I just get, like, an incredible urge to hold down the B button.
Wait a minute. Something doesn't add up here.
Huh? I detect no discrepancy in my memory banks.
Yes. Everything we just said is just like we remember it. But it doesn't match what's written in the history of Hope's Peak Academy.
Does it? Does it not match? Is the ultimate despair. It can refer to both the group and the events caused by Junko Enoshima. The only way to be admitted was by being scouted. I don't really see any... That's the only thing maybe that's a contradiction? I'll determine exactly why later. For now, I need to identify the discrepancy.
So you got...
Like, what all did they say? Okay. The event originated. Enrolled in Hope's Peak Academy as the ultimate fashionista. I mean, that's the closest thing to a discrepancy there, is that, you know, you don't enroll, you have to be asked to come.
Gotta play? Spot the difference! Point out what everyone is mistaken about in their memories of Hope's Peak Academy.
Okay.
All right, time to play some Danganronpa trivia!
Oh, what the hell does Danganronpa mean? Okay.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
That event originated at Hope's Peak Academy,
I mean, that's true.
inspiring war and terrorism around the world.
The cause of all that despair was just a single high school girl.
Well, I mean, is the anime canon?
Academy? The ultimate despair! Junko Enoshima!
I did everything in my power.
To spread despair the entire world!
I mean, I guess maybe the second one? What about that statement doesn't match with the history? Was the ultimate despair really just one person?
The biggest, most
Yeah.
in human history.
That event inspiring terrorism around the world.
Because it's like, really the answer was that,
Was just a
inventing
single
anime
high-
is what caused the world to be destroyed.
That's wrong!
That's what I learned from the Danganronpa 3 anime, is that anime was a mistake, and if we continued in this path,
One
all of
high
humanity
school
will be
girl
extinct.
started the tragedy, the ultimate despair. Junko Enoshima. At least that's what I remember. But that's not what this book says. Ultimate despair doesn't just refer to Junko Enoshima. It refers to a group and the movement that came after. To put it simply, there's more to ultimate despair than Junko Enoshima.
This is the first time I've heard about this. Wasn't Junko the ultimate despair?
That's what I recall as well. That label should only apply to her.
Oh, wait, that's the contradiction? I mean, I guess.
Coincidences sure are scary. Everyone misremembered the same thing.
Yeah.
Coincidence? Misremembered?
It's no coincidence. I know there's a difference in these memories.
And that's not all. There are other discrepancies I'd like to point out.
Ugh, does it even matter? I'm bored already.
Well, my memory banks are telling me that I, Shuichi, should be 6 inches taller. Yes, that's another discrepancy that you've messed up.
So, let's continue where we left off. Junko resorted to different tactics to cover the world with despair. The killing game between the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy, for example.
They were locked up and forced into the killing game by the ultimate despair.
But boo-hoo. When I, the one who started it all, died, events were set in motion.
And the world began to move towards restoration.
Then the fight between the Future Foundation and the remnants of despair raged on! But the worst-case scenario was avoided! Yay! A happy ending.
Not yet. There are more points that conflict with the history. I'll point those out next. Okay.
The biggest, most...
What else do we got? Okay. It was the cause of the ultimate despair, comes from the group. In order to plunge, the ultimate despair plotted the killing game of Hope's Peak's Class 7. 78th class sealed themselves inside of Hope's Peak.
Awful, most tragic event in human history.
Bro,
Because
stop
Junko had
saying it.
prepared countless ways of spreading despair.
Like the killing game of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy.
They were held prisoner by the ultimate despair.
Okay, that's wrong.
That's wrong! It wasn't the ultimate despair that trapped the 78th class in Hope's Peak Academy. It was the class themselves. They shut themselves in.
Shut themselves in?
Why would they shut themselves in?
It has to do with the Hope's Peak Academy shelter project. During the tragedy, the 78th class trapped themselves inside Hope's Peak Academy for protection.
So our memory of the 78th class being trapped by the ultimate despair?
Are you saying our memories are wrong?
No, it's almost like if you guys had played the game up to the end of chapter 5, but then y'all just skipped the last chapter.
It just means those documents were written all half-assed. There's no need to worry about it. Your memories are all correct.
What you've been saying isn't consistent. First you said it was just coincidence.
I mean, Shuichi, if you wanted to prove that our memories are bullshit, there's a much easier way to do it. You could, I don't know, maybe bring up the flashback light settings, that thing that you kind of casually brought up, and you're like, it's not important, we'll talk about it later, despite it being literally the most important thing we found.
Is that so?
Let's just move on. I want to talk about one more thing from our memories. It's about the rebuilt Hope's Peak Academy that we were attending.
What about Hope's Peak Academy?
There's no doubt that the 16 of us were students at Hope's Peak Academy. We heard it had been rebuilt and was accepting applications for talented students again.
So that's the contradiction there? There weren't applications?
And so, we gathered at the brand new Hope's Peak Academy.
Since Hope's Peak Academy was large, we were all in separate classes. But there's no doubt we were students of the new school.
It couldn't be that large, man. They just rebuilt it. What was that thought? There's something wrong there. Why? Why are our memories so different? Okay, so it's gonna be something to do with the applications or scouting?
The academy was rebuilt. That,
Danganronpa
recruitment
trivia.
of talented students resumed.
Recruitment.
And we found out.
Is that what they
We
want
came
meant?
to the new Hope's Peak Academy.
The new Hope's Peak Academy was a huge school.
Was it really that big?
Which
it
is
was
why
whatever
we were
Kibo
all in
said.
different classes.
Because like the recruitment thing
we're
isn't
all the
necessarily a contradiction.
Right. We were all students of Hope's Peak Academy.
Why? Why are memory so different? Because recruitment could
Hope's
still
Peak
mean
Academy was
scouting.
rebuilt. And with that, recruitment of talented
That's wrong! We remember Hope's Peak Academy taking applications from talented students. But that's not what's written here. The Academy did not take applications. All of their students were scouted.
Scouted? I've never heard that.
What does it say about the student's power level?
I wasn't scouted. I applied to Hope's Peak Academy on my own.
Me too. I chose to come to Hope's Peak. At least, that's what I remember.
Are you saying we're remembering it wrong?
But what if this book's just wrong? Researchers make mistakes too.
Maybe so, but I'm not getting all this from just the book. There is other evidence as well.
I'm just not gonna mention it.
What?
The killing game we're in now is one that began with Hope's Peak Academy. So this is the third game after Hope's Peak and Jabberwock Island. But remember what Rantaro said?
Truth is, this isn't your first killing game. You're the ultimate survivor. You survived the last killing game.
But Rantaro's name wasn't listed among the past participants of the game. He was not present at the 2 killing games that Junko orchestrated.
So he's actually just Kazuichi who changed his look after being outed as a corpse fucker.
Then, which killing game did Rantaro participate in?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's clearly inconsistent, isn't it? And the inconsistencies don't stop there. Kokichi's account is also suspect.
Kokichi's account is inconsistent too?
Oh, an inconsistency? Do tell.
We remember Kokichi as a remnant of despair, but I don't think that's true. He wasn't a remnant of despair.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying since like literally the first time you guys said that.
He wasn't a remnant of despair?
That's impossible! He was definitely a remnant of despair.
Yeah, would a remnant of despair give you their underwear though? I don't think so.
The remnants of despair were the ones who tried to stop the Gopher Project. And Kokichi was their leader. If he was the one leading the remnants of despair, then he must have been second only to the ultimate despair herself.
Nah, dude, he liked whoopee cushions.
Yes, he loved me more than anyone. Like an obsessed fan hiding in the bushes. So where's your proof he wasn't a remnant of despair?
His dang old motive video.
This is it!
Fastest hands in the West.
The motive video we found in Kokichi's dorm room.
Kokichi almost the ultimate supreme leader! He caused mayhem the world over as the leader of the secret organization, DICE. And by mayhem, I mean petty, non-violent crimes and harmless pranks. Anyway, Kokichi had 10 loyal goons working for him. Those goons were like friends and family, the most important people in his life.
An organization centered around petty crimes, one that forbids murder. And in addition to that, the group was only 10 people. That's far too few to be the same group that tried to sabotage the Gopher Project. Meaning that whatever group Kokichi was a part of is not the remnants of despair. His motive video clearly contradicts our memories. The memory we have of Kokichi being a remnant has to be false.
You mean, he wasn't a remnant of despair? That's not possible.
Come to think of it, we never actually heard it directly from him.
But it's still not possible.
Kokichi didn't tell us because he wasn't exposed to that flashback light. And neither was Kaito.
Junko? The fuck's a Junko? Hope. Despair.
Kaito didn't appear to know anything about the remnants of despair, or Junko Inoshima.
If they'd been exposed to it, maybe we'd know the truth.
maybe it's better that they weren't. I think the people who were affected by that flashback light were wrong.
What do you mean?
All of these weird inconsistencies are from memories we got from the flashback lights.
That's why I said you shouldn't fully trust them! Back in like chapter 2 or 1 or whenever they got introduced.
So the flashback lights are the cause?
You found the classroom that makes all the flashback lights, right, Shuichi?
Is now the time to mention that there were literally settings to imply that there were different versions of memories they could give? No? Okay.
Yes. And I noticed something strange about it.
Like, you could have just said this, I don't know, 30 minutes ago? Or really, like, at 2 hours ago? You should have just been like, hey, before we get started,
Device hidden in the room.
I think we're all in a simulation? Or that, you know, the killing game is all simulated? I don't think that they're actually
It
like a
allowed you to
computer
select the
program.
memory that a flashback light would recover. However, some of the memories were inconsistent with each other. One might say there are survivors, but another would say there are no survivors. Bizarre, right? The flashback lights allegedly help us recover our memories. We're supposed to remember the truth that we forgot, and there should only be one truth. But then, having the option to recover contradictory memories doesn't make sense.
Then what are you saying?
Huh?
The flashback light isn't for recovering lost memories? Is that what you're saying?
Then what was it for?
What was it for, huh? Huh?
Adding new conditions to the killing game to make things spicy on repeat watches.
Go on, tell them. What are the flashback lights for?
What are the flashback lights used for? Why can you select different memories? What does it mean if those memories contradict each other? If I put all the pieces together, it'll all make sense. We'll be able to see the real truth. Don't make me hangman, dude. Ah! Okay. Interesting. Interest. I'm gonna say... Let's try interest. Nope. Or is that supposed to be an L? Is that an I or an L? I assume it's in capital I. I doubt it's double. Illegal. Impartial, important, imagination, imaginary, is there an A? How do I spell imaginary? Imitation? Imitation, maybe? Was there an I anywhere? Was this an I or an L? Bro, I hate Hangman so much. I mean, it's partially, okay, I mean, I don't think it's actually that. I mean, I think it is the worst minigame, but, or the hardest, I guess I should say at least. Maybe I'll be, be a bit more generous. But it's just like, I'm bad at word stuff, and I don't know, it just feels like guesswork a lot of the time. Imposter. I don't know. Is that actually it? That makes no sense. Among Us? Does that fit? I don't know how words work, man. I don't see any O's. No. Impartial. Imperial. I don't know any words, man. What's the question? The flashback light does what to memories? Impedes. Imparts. Overrides. I don't know. We tried L. Implies? Implies doesn't make any sense, but I mean that word fits. MPLIES? I mean, let's make sure we can get an I first before we... Implants! Okay. Or just implant, no S, because reasons?
I see now.
Even though implants would be the more grammatically correct answer
Yes,
to the
that's
question.
it. The flashback light isn't supposed to help us remember anything. It's a tool for implanting false memories.
Planting memories?
Yes, the memories you could select for the flashback lights weren't our real memories. They were memories to be implanted inside us.
Bro, Suichi, you had to think that hard about that?
That's why the contents of those memories contradict each other.
Because, I mean, dog, I realized that as soon as we saw it. Am I actually the ultimate detective? And everyone else who probably easily figured that out?
Once we're exposed to a flashback light, those memories become the truth to us.
Oh, we got back there. We can actually see some of the words for once. Moonlight, piano, birthday. I remember seeing moonlight back there. Friends, school, piano name. Chatty?
So the memories we recovered with the flashback lights were...
Not real. They were all false memories. They were all lies.
Lies?
Oh, what a horrible truth! If the memories from the flashback lights are lies, then everything was a lie! Oh, the suspense and foreshadowing was for nothing! Can you believe it? It's like everything that happened didn't matter at all.
Well, that is what it means.
Huh?
Lies are just like snowballs. The more you roll them, the bigger they get. The bigger they are, the more fun and shocking it is when they're revealed.
Yeah, I suppose. You know, it depends on how you expose them. If you do it by like, hey, let's bring back this character that fucking sucks.
That's why everything up till now has been lies. That's the truth.
I mean, even if it's not the same character, like, you know, in principle it kind of is, and in principle I hate it.
The memories from the flashback lights were just lies?
It's just as Shuichi said. The flashback lights are not for recovering lost memories. They're tools for implanting new ones. The light they emit is actually information that has been converted to light waves. That light is beamed directly into the brain, causing a deja vu sort of phenomenon.
Just roll with it, okay? It makes sense, we promise.
The brain gets confused and thinks the info it just received happened in the past.
We were just confused?
For example, your memories of being students of Hope's Peak Academy?
Fake. You guys don't have anything to do with Hope's Peak Academy.
Hog.
None of us were ever students there. It was just a fake memory.
Good, I want to be one of them nerds anyway.
We're not students from Hope's Peak?
Yep, that was all fake.
Looking back, it was a mistake to have you remember Hope's Peak.
I didn't originally plan on giving you those memories, but I was in a rush and overlooked all those inconsistencies, so you figured it all out.
It's hopelessly the worst.
So that's why Kokichi had to die?
Good job, Mr. Detective. You got it.
The only reason we thought Kokichi was a remnant was because of the flashback lights.
Well, I mean, you guys probably should have, like, you know... I mean, you don't necessarily have to kill Kokichi, but you have to do something about him regardless.
But he did say that he was the leader of a cult organization. That was a lie he invented himself. He wanted to be the mastermind, He wanted us to believe it. That's why he lied.
Anyway, I gotta confess, you know that cult I mentioned earlier? The leader is me. Huh? Which means the mastermind who snuck Monokuma onto the Ark is... me!
He usurped the mastermind's role, but in doing so, became a thorn in their side. So to get rid of that hindrance, the mastermind played along with the lie. The mastermind manipulated us into thinking Kokichi was a remnant of despair.
At the same time, having everyone remember Hope's Peak Academy made you guys target him because you thought he was a remnant of despair.
I mean, shouldn't they have, like, wanted to target him regardless?
You were using the flashback lights to control us?
I mean, I guess they had, like, you know, lost their will to live or something, but, I mean, you would think that would fade after a bit, and you'd be like, okay, well, nothing else. Let's at least get Kaido out of prison. We owe him that
The
much.
reason I tried to kill Kokichi was...
You were being controlled by false memories, like putty in the mastermind's hands. But Maki wasn't the only one being controlled. You all were! Remember when Kokichi revealed the truth of the outside world? You all got so depressed, you couldn't even focus on the killing game!
Wait, then, to make us recover from that, you...
Yep, we gave you memories of being Hope's Peak Academy students, the symbol of hope.
So you all could face despair.
You controlled us with that fake memory?
Well, it wasn't just that memory. It was all of them up till now. New mysteries and truths turn to motivation. Motivation drives a story. Everything from the flashback lights was just motivation to move you forward. But I guess it was fake motivation.
You idiots kept getting jerked around by meaningless lies!
This class trial was like that too, wasn't it? Why was it you were so motivated to do it? Because you got a memory from one of the flashback lights, right?
Was that also a memory you used to control us?
Hey, what was it you guys remembered from it again? At first, you ran away from the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope. But then, you bravely chose to accept your fate.
How brave he looks.
You took on all the wishes of your friends and family. And now, you remember how you got here. You remembered that you had all been entrusted with the world's hope, right? Remembering the weight of that hope should have made you feel stronger. I have to escape! I'll never give up! I won't be defeated by the mastermind!
Even though Kaito and Kokichi were gone, and Kibo started to go berserk, you guys didn't give up hope. You decided to face this killing game, right?
Don't drool at
You
me.
were controlling our emotions? Even our resolve to defeat the mastermind?
This is a killing game. A death game where emotions run like blood.
If the participants aren't trying their best to live, it's just not very exciting.
Oh, the memories were fake? Then what was everything till now? That memory, and 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 that... If they were all fake memories, then... Where are we? Why are we in this killing game?
Yeah, who knows? My plans for mankind's last killing game kinda just fell apart. So figure out why on your own. This is a class trial after all.
Okay.
Then, who are you?
That's not a very nice way to greet someone, Koichi.
I don't know who you are.
Huh? What's not to understand?
I
Became me. What about that don't you get?
If this killing game is connected to Hope's Peak Academy, then I believe you. This is
But-
certainly the work of someone carrying on Junko Enoshima's will.
But...
But we have nothing to do with Hope's Peak. so you can't be Junko. So who the hell are you?
I'm me, no one else.
Who the fuck's this guy?
What is this?
Huh? You know him, don't you? He was in the Jabberwock Island killing game.
I'm Hajime Hinata.
That's not what we mean. What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm just cosplaying.
So, you know, the anime taught us that anime itself is the most evil thing in the universe, and now Danganronpa 3 is cosplay is the bane of all existence.
Cosplaying?
Yeah, this is just cosplay.
But it's not just normal cosplay, because I can perfectly replicate the character.
Check it out! Even my voice sounds exactly the same.
Is Junko Enoshima also?
Yes, it's my cosplay. I can perfectly reproduce a number of characters and actually become them.
This is the talent of the ultimate cosplayer.
Number of characters?
How can she cosplay as students of Hope's Peak Academy?
Because they ain't real, dude.
Because Tsumugi told us.
That's what cosplay is supposed to be in the first place. Lately, some people prefer to cosplay as non-fictional characters, which is unforgivable. So unforgivable that a breakout in cosplay can even attempt it.
Ah, you remembered! Yes, that's exactly right!
So then, what does this mean?
What?
If what I said was the truth, then Hope's Peak Academy was...
What Hope Seek Academy was... Tsumugi can cosplay as him. There's only one possibility. It's fucking not real, dude.
It's fictional. It's all fictional?
Fictional?
It always was. A gun to the head.
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history never happened. Hope's Peak, the Future Foundation, and the remnants of despair do not exist. Because it's all fiction.
Oh
None
no,
of it actually
it's Fat
happened in the
Byakuya,
real
he's
world.
back.
All of those events took place within a fictional world known as Danganronpa.
Danganronpa?
What the fuck does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but...
What are you even talking about?
What? You've never heard of Danganronpa?
Ah, go away!
We're all
Fucking
characters in it.
murderous piece of...
That's right. Me, that nasty pig Bart, and everyone else are all fictional.
Hold on. Then, Hope's Peak Academy doesn't exist?
Man, next you're gonna tell us that we don't exist. Whoa, that'd be crazy.
Nope, because it's fiction. Doesn't exist in the real world.
I mean, we finally got meta. You know, I thought it was gonna happen in the first game, but it's happening now.
What?
Isn't that surprising? Yeah. Up till now, you thought fiction was fact.
Fiction is just fiction. Danganronpa's just fiction.
Quit sending death threats to us whenever we kill off your favorite character. Gosh, it's getting really annoying.
This whole Danganronpa story was just stuffed into your memories.
Like, seriously, people like Mikan? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
For that reason, you all believed that work of fiction was, in fact, reality.
And that's how we put on a cosplay performance for everyone to see. A cosplay performance of the whole wide Danganronpa world.
Cosplay of the whole wide world? So, this was all fake? Everything was made up? And the whole time, we thought it was real?
Did you think the ultimate cosplayer's talent was only limited to characters?
It'd be kinda lame if that was all the big bad mastermind could do.
I can do far more than that. I can cosplay the world itself. So if you want to make me your enemy,
Then your enemy is the world of Danganronpa itself.
I'm fine with that. Maki, you got that crossbow?
Danganronpa
Asking for a friend?
itself?
But who hasn't shown up? We haven't seen Gundam yet? We're still missing Gundam, Neko. Nagito hasn't shown up. I'm trying to think, who else hasn't popped up yet?
But why? Why would you do this? Why make us think it's real?
Well, duh. It's so you don't play the killing game.
This is the world of Danganronpa, you know?
Oh yeah, he
No
hasn't
shit
shown
we're
up
playing
yet.
the killing game.
Hey, why do you
It's
sound
not
exactly like
just any
Kokichi?
killing game. It's a killing game that takes place in the real world, propped up by fiction.
In other words, it's ultimate real fiction.
You made that up.
Ultimate real fiction?
But if it's fiction, if everything isn't real, then the world being in ruins is also fiction, right? The world outside is fine, right?
That's right. Of course. How did you like that scene? Our staff worked very hard on it.
Staff?
There's no need to worry about the people
Oh,
backstage.
I forgot you exist.
Anyway,
Hey, we haven't
that's our
seen
conversation. You guys can just relax.
Chihiro? Was that their name?
The world hasn't been destroyed. Really? It's not destroyed? Then we can all go home and...
Nah, that ain't happening.
Why? If the world is still intact, then we have homes to return to.
I told you that ain't happening, you dumb sea urchin-headed... Wait, that's me.
I was gonna say.
Monokuma, what's going on?
Do you really want to know?
I'm sorry, we were all fucking, like, baked out of our mind when we came up with this stuff.
Forget about the world. It wants nothing to do with you.
Like, yeah, I mean, if this is a live TV show type thing, maybe we don't want to go out into the normal world if people are kind of fucked up like that.
The walls of this academy are your world now. The outside world is of no concern to you.
Which is, of course, you know, kind of a commentary in and of itself, since this is a, you know, fictional piece of media, and then, therefore, if you were to portray the audience watching the game in universe, they're akin to the people playing the game in, which is really, like, what I thought the first game was gonna go for, but, they didn't really go that angle.
The audience certainly agrees with me. Isn't that right, you guys?
You know, the whole idea of it being broadcast, right? But also, you know, the audience watching in universe is kind of like a reflection of the people playing the game themselves. Oh, we're doing this. Oh god. Why do they look so weird? Where are their sharp angular features? Why don't they have different multicolored hairdos? Lol, dude.
Who are these people?
They've all been watching this killing game transpire.
Of course, those you see here are only a fraction of our total viewers.
Watching us?
It's just like Shuichi said.
Oh, I forgot
This
you
was
also
all
exist.
arranged because people want to see it.
So this was all a show. This whole killing game.
Yeah. Everyone in this whole peaceful world watches this show.
Peaceful world?
The outside world is
Oh yeah, you also
peace itself.
exist.
There's no despair.
Man,
or
I feel like
wars
I'm forgetting a lot of the
and-
characters.
All the people in this peaceful world are straight up crazy for this killing game.
Lol, dude, you watching? She's shaking. I feel like I'm participating too. Wow, it's on. LOL. Too bad I'm a viewer. Lol, I believe in Kiva. One things nobody ever said ever. Lol, dude, you watching? Himiko is still alive. That's also my waifu. Cosplay is incredible. Something, just do it, Shuichi. I can't. Who is? I see the waifu line. I want to see what it says. It's in like top left. It's like right when the Himiko thing shows up. Ah, I missed it again. We'll get it. We'll get it next time.
Wait, why would a peaceful world need a game like this?
It's because the world is so peaceful that this killing game is necessary.
It is so very peaceful.
Oh yeah, you also exist. Man, apparently I've
so
just
very
forgotten about the
boring.
entire Danganronpa 1 cast.
With so much peace, people have become bored. They need stimulation.
Don't say that word.
We created this ultimate real fiction so Danganronpa could fulfill that need. Every person in the outside world watching this is a huge Danganronpa fan. Everyone loves the killing games. This killing game is for everyone.
I do wish they had been a little bit less, like... I mean, they didn't really bury the lead on this twist. Like, this felt, like, kind of super obvious. Especially, like, I think the scene with the kid in particular was, like, just a step too far to make it, like... Because, I mean, you kind of, like, I thought this was the... You know, going to be the twist for the first game. So, I mean, I definitely had this idea, but, like, they really made it obvious with the kid sequence at the start of this chapter.
So it's everyone's killing school semester.
This killing game is the latest entry in Danganronpa.
Because it's like, it's a cool twist. It's just something that, like, I expected to see, like, you know, a long time ago.
The long-awaited sequel that everyone has been waiting for!
Okay, clap, 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 clap. The punishment already. I love the killing games. Congrats on the new game. I'm all clapped out. We're Dangan fans. Something killing harmony. I just got it. LOL. I thought the franchise... What did that say? Google it up, shitlord. That's good. What a happy occasion. I thought the franchise was done.
This is the truth of this killing game! Isn't it the ultimate real fiction?
We were forced to play some fictional killing game?
Danganronpa!
Well, no, I mean, the killing game is real in universe. It's just your memories are false and stuff.
You noticed way too late. There's no Danganronpa without Monokuma! Since I'm here, that means this is Danganronpa!
I mean, it's interesting. I'm glad they finally went for the
this?
meta route, though.
Can't you tell? It's the title of the current Danganronpa you guys are doing.
A testament to the unquenchable thirst this blood-soaked world has for
Okay,
Danganronpa.
now I think everyone's shown up. I think Chakra's shown up. Is Leon showing up? I don't think Leon has shown up.
What do you mean?
Danganronpa's gone on so long because the whole world enjoys and supports it.
And Chihiro, I mean, I couldn't remember. This is your first time popping up? I can't remember.
How long
I remembered you at least. You got remembered before you popped up, so you get that going for you.
Did you forget what season of Danganronpa this is? You guys are dumber than ants.
Shuichi, what do you think?
What?
What number killing game is this? What season do you think we're on?
We gotta be at least like 50 something, right? If she's the 53rd.
You should be able to tell from the logo.
Okay, 5-3, 53. I think that's what they're going for.
And if that's not enough of a hint, just feast your eyes below my belt.
Oh yeah, you also exist. The most forgettable character in the entire series, probably? What killing game is this? What number Danganronpa is this? You can tell, I mean, it's either, you know, Roman numeral 5, which would be 8, but I think they're trying to go for 53 based on it being Junko, you know, the 53rd. Okay, well, it's gotta be 53 then. It kind of ruined any suspense there. Let's farm up some HP. But not that much, because it's boring. That's kind of nifty, though.
53rd one?
You know, it does kind of, you know, because it is kind of weird that they, you know, would title it the third, because even though it is the third main game in the franchise, right, they did already call the anime Danganronpa 3, so that's kind of nifty.
Ding ding! Correct! This is the 53rd season of Danganronpa!
Seasons 4 through 52 were not any good. You don't want to watch them.
In V3's official name is Danganronpa 53!
It's been 53! Danganronpa 25 was the best. It's really 54. No, it's 53. 53! V is the Roman numeral for 5. Yeah, but that's not how Roman numerals work. Apparently, someone else agrees with 25 being the best. Something Suichi Heart. This is my first Danganronpa. Wow, you really jumped in. Don't call it trash! Okay, I will say that the internet commentary is like definitely the best part of this whole thing.
Starting with the Hope's Peak Academy arc in Danganronpa 1, 2, then 3.
Despair Beyond Hope, Monokuma Returns, Hope's Name, Shin Danganronpa, The Return of Danganronpa, A New Hope and Despair, Despair's Counterattack, Anniversary Danganronpa, Birth of Despair. Yeah, I'm glad we skipped all that.
The seasons just kept coming, and with it came more killing games!
And if you thought we ran out of ideas after just 3 games, imagine how, you know, the 10th one went.
Until it transcended games and anime to become this, the ultimate real fiction! And now, we're in the 53rd season of Danganronpa!
The 53rd season?
What? Did the letter in there throw you off? Well, I guess that happens. But isn't it just rad how it looks like a letter, but it's really a number?
I get it. I get it.
Our title is the 53rd, as this is the 53rd game we have masterminded. It was supposed to be a hint, but whatever. I'm over it.
Since this is the 53rd season, one would expect to see a multitude of characters.
Now, no, they should just start throwing in random people we've never met before. Now, that would be good, and just be like, they're from the in-between seasons?
But you only have memories from the first 2, so you wouldn't recognize any others.
It's not because we didn't actually do them or nothing.
That's why I've limited myself to only cosplaying as Hope's Peak characters.
Plus, you know, we don't want to have to draw any new characters. That takes time, dude.
Is it sinking in yet? This killing game is just the 53rd season of Danganronpa.
The 53rd Danganronpa?
I do think they're, like, taking a little too long. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, the twist isn't that complicated.
Trapped in a fictional Danganronpa-inspired world and forced to play the killing game. That is what the world desired from you.
So yes, I'm the mastermind. But the real mastermind forcing you to do this
is the fucking idiot holding his controller right now. Say it. Call us out.
the people of the outside world! The people of the outside world are the ones who are forcing you to do this!
I'm the mastermind, then I'm the mastermind, I'm the mastermind. Go ahead, go ahead. They're also the mastermind, but I'm the anti-mastermind, Blackened. You know, the mastermind. Despair! Oh, I'm the mastermind. I'm Pinhead Larry. I saw the 11 shit tier. Shuichi's nose. What? Are nose fetishes a thing? Posting in an epic chat.
The whole world is the real mastermind?
Well, at least, you know, the weebs who buy this stuff.
The reason I made this world? The reason you guys did the killing game? It's all because the outside world wants it, you know? It's not just me. It's everyone involved in this project.
Project?
What? You don't know what that is? Is your brain leaking oil or something? The ones managing this killing game aren't psychos like the remnants of despair.
They're literal managers! Literally! So I want to hear your best guess. What company is running this show?
If you get our name wrong, we will instantly delete your save data. Okay. What's the logo look like, dude? What's the logo look like? I know what I'm doing, I promise. And maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god, he's so good. He's recovered. Or not.
know what I'm doing.
Okay, what's the logo over here? I mean, I thought I was actually looking for the Spike Chunsoft logo, but I don't see that here. Or is that Team Danganronpa? Okay, so it's probably this then.
I see it!
Team Danganronpa?
Yeah, the company that makes Danganronpa is called Team Danganronpa.
Real original.
You guys are behind in your studies! The audience knew the answer right away!
It's in the title credits at the start, too.
Oh yeah, you also exist. Bro, everybody skips that. Hey, we spent a lot of time on this shit. You think we're gonna use it once? You're insane. I wonder if it would let you skip it if you wanted to. I mean, it is pretty neat, the little montage. Yeah, we don't talk about the anime. We don't talk about the anime, okay? Just the logos are pretty cool, at least for the first 6. The others are not as good, but the first 3 fake logos are cool. And they're like, we started phoning it in, dude. We couldn't afford the art department anymore. Ratings kind of got low after we reused the same plot line for Chapter 5 8 times in a row.
I'm also a part of Team Danganronpa.
Alright, I think that's a pretty good place to stop. Next time, we will learn a bit more about the real world or whatever. I don't know. And we're at that like kind of awkward point now where I'm like, we're kind of maybe close to the end of the game and I don't really know how to split up videos. I've got like 2.5 hours left to record. I don't know if I can finish the game today though. I don't know. I'll maybe think. Because, I mean, honestly, now that we've kind of, you know, had the big reveal, so to speak, which, I mean, it's cool. It's just that, you know, I guess I kind of, I saw that coming not because of the spoiler stuff, but the thing about Tsumugi being the mastermind, of course, isn't going to have any impact, unfortunately, just because of, actually, I don't know, can I say, I was told something about, like, saving is, like, bad. It was mentioned something about the morphogenetic field thing. I don't know why I keep saying I started saying that as a joke and now I can't stop saying it. For anyone not, this morphogenetic field stuff is a reference to the Zeroscape series. The Morpho whatever trial ground, I guess because we didn't actually do the mini game, but it did play the cutscene, so maybe that's what they were referring to. I'm going to assume that it's okay to save now. Because I think maybe what they, because they said something about there's like a carrot, like something, like a visual effect will happen if you save and reload during the class trial before that, and I think it's maybe referring to the weird swappy effect that happens in Tsumugi talks, possibly. But yeah, overall, I mean, just kind of raw general. I think the twist is very cool. I mean, it's something that like I really thought was going to happen in the first game. At least like the general idea, right, of kind of like a meta narrative in regards to like there being an audience that's watching, but the audience is also kind of or the audience within the game is a metaphor for the player base itself, and the idea that like this killing game is only happening because there's an audience for it, which is neat. It's just something that, you know, I kind of saw coming, so to speak. But still cool. But it didn't have like any like real like, oh my god, I did not see that coming, that's so shocking, per se. But I think the Tsumugi being the mastermind is pretty well done. It's just hard for me to really like completely judge it since I've known for so long, sadly. And it really sucks. I think I could have maybe figured it out, like naturally. I don't know, because I mean there are some good hints. I mean, the fact that Tsumugi's character, well, this kind of goes for Himiko as well, but like they don't really feel like they have, like Tsumugi doesn't feel like she has any reason to exist at all, other than being the mastermind here at the end. Like her character has no arc or development or anything. Regardless of that, Himiko at least has her own little kind of character arc post chapter 3. So like she kind of has like a reason for lasting this long. Kibo as well. Maki of course has a character arc. But Tsumugi is she's just kind of there, which makes her like suspicious because you're like, you know, they're not doing anything with her. Now granted, there's always been at least one surviving character, I think, in like, you know, Hiro and Danganronpa 1, really they didn't do anything with him ever. And then in Danganronpa 2, Kazuichi kind of falls apart and becomes like a joke character post chapter 4. So he kind of is like the one that doesn't really kind of have much of a reason to exist. Like, he has a cool character arc if you do his free time events, but like main story wise, there's not really much going for him. Same with like Sonya as well, but yeah, it would be interesting to see if I could have figured out that Tsumugi was the mastermind beforehand, but sadly that was not allowed to happen because, well, you know. I think I should end it instead of just keep saving over and over again. Alright, I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.